Thank you for being here. My name is Ayla Nova, and it is and continues to be an honor to share the practice of Yoga Nidra with all of you. I wanted to pop on here and just extend my gratitude and tell you how grateful I am that you have landed on this channel. Every week I have been offering a Yoga Nidra practice since about June 1st, 2022. And it might have been May, but it was around there. And I remember just start. You just need to start. You just need to put your practices out there. I had been writing scripts for years while I was teaching, and finally I realized that I had something that I wanted to share. And after the pandemic, it felt as though Yoga Nidra was something that I realized people could do from home much more easily than coming to a yoga studio. And although I love teaching Yoga Nidra in a yoga studio, it's just so nice to be able to crawl into your bed and turn one on and have a listen and then drift off into sleep. So I wanted to create something that was going to be accessible to everyone. And I didn't know when I started what that would look like. And I knew that when I was teaching in yoga classes, about 30 people would come to a class. So in my mind, I thought, if 30 people show up to listen to this recording, that'll be incredible. And then 30 people started showing up to listen to them, and then 100, and then the next thing you know, I'm getting subscribers. And now I'm making this video just to give you all such a huge thank you, because what I thought might be 30 people is now turned into 10,000 subscribers today. And I would have never imagined to have that happen in just over a year. I have been creating these from a very heart-centric space, and from my home. I record these videos, I edit them, I select the music. This is a one-person show. And I just feel like I've come to a point where I have so much more that I want to offer, and I don't know what that's going to look like yet. But what I do know is that I want to share more information about this practice, not just the practice itself. And so in the coming months, you can expect to see some online courses available. In the coming months, well, actually in the coming weeks, I'd really love to start a newsletter. I recently went traveling. It's gonna make me emotional. But I went on a vacation for the first time in about 5 or 6 years. So before my cancer journey, I was a flight attendant and yoga teacher. And then I had gotten cancer. If you watched my video from previously, I do talk about this a bit. And after that, I didn't really get to travel, because after I started recovering from my cancer, the pandemic hit, so I didn't get back into traveling again so much. I did have one trip where I got to go to New York City, but I hadn't really been to like a tropical beach in a really long time. And I'm not saying that everybody has to do that, but as someone who did that for a living, it was very strange to me that I waited as long as I did to go back to that experience of being at a beach somewhere and truly letting go and relaxing. And while I was on this beach and while I was out there, I reconnected to something that I think is important to share since I create these yoga nidras, which is the sankalpa I used while I was going through my cancer journey was I am alive. This practice means so much to me. Because I am alive. And I really felt that on the beach, and I really feel that when I share it with all of you. And I want all of you to feel alive. Aside from that, I also just want to thank all of you that are on this channel, that have subscribed, that are coming back to these practices of connecting with your body, with restoring the nervous system, and allowing yourself to radically accept parts of yourself that you may not have been able to before. Because this is a narrative shift. This isn't a practice that just puts you off into dreamland or off into sleep. It's changing and refiring and wiring the brain in a way that is going to guide you to see the world in a different way and to create a world in a different way. And right now we really need to create a different world. And that doesn't happen overnight. It has to happen day by day, and by putting ourselves forward in a way that's going to be loving and compassionate and supportive of others. This is not a time for hate. This is a time to forgive and a time to say no and take a stand. And I feel as though with my gratitude of being alive and for my gratitude for being here right now, I just really want all of you to know that this channel will remain to be a space that is for growth, for acceleration into the direction that you want to take your life. And it's welcome for everyone. This channel is meant to help anyone who is having trouble with sleeping, that is having trouble with chronic pain, that is challenged by chronic illness, that is struggling with mental health or physical disabilities that are holding them back from a life that they possibly once knew, or anything that just makes you feel as though something is missing. This practice is to remind you that you are complete, and that you are whole, and that you are enough, and that even when life gets noisy, you will not get lost in that noise, that you are important and that you matter. So know that each week when these yoga nidras get produced, when I create them for you all, it is done from the most loving and caring place in the world. Well, I don't know about in the world, but I do have a really big heart. So I'm posting this because 10,000 people have subscribed to this channel. And that means 10,000 people are that much closer to a little bit more rest and relaxation every single week. whether they're downloading it and taking it onto a flight or on the bus, or if they're laying in their living room or at the beach, wherever you are. Yoga Nidra is here for you to experience so that you can experience yourself. And I am so fortunate to be able to share this with all of you. It's truly an honor. And I am alive, and I'm grateful to be alive. And I want to share this aliveness with all of you. And so, as time goes on here, again, like I mentioned, I will be offering courses. There is going to be more trainings available eventually, and a newsletter. I would love to write a newsletter. I think I was mentioning that before I got emotional. But I would love to be able to send you guys a letter maybe once a month, just updating you on the journey and about what experiences lead me to creating these practices for all of you, and also the workshops and retreats that I would like to host. So together we are going to grow through this, and I wouldn't be able to do it without all of you. So if you are watching but you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, please like the videos, and if you have any questions, if you have any comments, I really do my best to reply to all of them. And yes, it's me. I reply to all of those messages as quickly as I can. Sometimes it takes a couple of days or weeks, but I do touch base with every person that leaves a comment on the channel. And I hope that you begin to engage with each other as well, and know that this is a container or a space where you can communicate with each other about how your practices are going. I would love to see that in the comments, more engagement with each other. So I thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be able to share all of this with all of you. And I hope to make more videos kind of like this where I'm not crying. But it's okay if I cry. There's nothing wrong with crying. Yeah. So, again, 10K. Didn't see it coming this quickly. Wow. Thank you. And I love you all so very much. Namaskar.